Welcome back to Spitting with Miss Lyric, hosted by your girl, Miss Lyric, aka the Beautiful Beast. And I'm excited because we are celebrating women that are making history this month. And I have two beautiful women right here on the couch with me that are making history. And we're going to go ahead and get right on into it today. Listen, hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Listen, so we're going to go ahead and let everybody know. Let's go. Who are you and what you do?
Um,
Lisa.
I'm Lisa Ward, author, music, um, motivated speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
Wow, she kept that short and sweet.
Right. You know, you was like, how long I get to
I'm Olivia, author, mom, wife. What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. A very beautiful, brilliant woman. Okay. That's what
Yeah.
I see. All right. So listen, voices. It,
Voiceless.
voiceless,
Mhm.
right? We're talking about those that don't have a voice. And this is definitely the platform and the safe space. And we created that. So it was very important for me to invite you, ladies, in today so that we could talk about why it's important, right, for us to have a voice and to have someone even speaking on our behalf when we can't speak. So who wants to go ahead and open up? How did everything come about?
I always throw this joke out that I was forced into this. But Lisa wrote her first book, Power by Disadvantages, the first edition, and I went to support that book. I was only supposed to be there for 5 minutes. I stayed 3 hours too long. Um, Read the book, and the book had a lot of interesting topics in it. I didn't have to unveil
Mm-hmm.
personal information about myself because it was in the book, so it was just
Wow.
easy to have conversations with her about. Um, and I ended up being out on medical leave, and she was like, "Oh, you should write a couple of chapters for the second edition." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's easy, no problem." So we did that and made it into like almost like a workbook form, and it went really well. And a lot of the social workers and teachers and things like that, they love that book based on the field that they're in. Um, Year was it like a year later?
Yes.
Um,
Well, less than a year.
yeah, Lisa was like, "Oh, we should write our story." And at first I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna take some things to my grave.
Right.
Um, but then my brother used to always say, "You need to write our story. Like you need to tell our story." So I was like, "Well, I'll tell my version. I won't tell our story." Um, and I said, "Well, who else better to tell it than me? I don't want to leave this world with somebody paraphrases my story."
Right.
It took me a little bit to get there. Um, I actually almost bailed on her and said, "Yeah, I'm not doing this at all. This is way too much for me." Um, but it's a lot of in this generation, kids, even adults, they're just taking their life as a last resort because they have no one to talk to or nobody's listening to them or they don't know which way to turn. And I was that child at some point. Um, so I just want people to know that that's not your last resort. If you just take and put one foot in front of the other every day, you can look back and say, "I made it." So I'm sitting here to say I made it through what happened to me as a child and some as an adult. You can make it too.
That's good. That's good. So let's talk about, because this is visionary to visionary. And I overstand, hey, because if she felt that she was forced into it, I know you felt forced into it.
Yeah, in a
Because it
sense.
comes from
Oh, yeah.
spirit, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
comes from a higher power when you
Right.
have to do something that they say, if it don't scare you,
Yes.
it's probably not nothing. So
Right.
let's talk about how you did that process. How was it for you, being the visionary of this product, to give, people the voice?
Um, it definitely, well, the version of the autobiography was supposed to happen like a year after my first book.
Hmm.
I didn't know there was going to be a second version.
Hmm.
Liv came and she supported, and a teacher got the copy of the first book, and she
Hmm.
said this needs to be in schools. And something in my spirit said it's not going to work in that format. I
Hmm.
need to change it. And when I knew her story and I heard her story and it touched me the way it did, I said that we have a lot that we need to share.
Hmm.
So then I still didn't understand why it clicked at that time,
Mhm.
because I had already had a book cover.
Mhm.
I already had a title for it, but it's something in me, I just wasn't able to write it. And I think when I realized God tends to talk to me at night
Mhm.
through music or in my dreams,
Mhm.
or believe it or not, through movies.
I believe it.
And I got the confirmation that, you know, it's supposed to be me and her to do this. And that's why I couldn't write it. And then when I brought it to her attention, you know, she was like, maybe, maybe not. And when she wrote the first one, so many people was asking us about our story. And I pitched it to her and I said, I think this is what God wants us to do. And we need to share our story because we survived. And I don't know if that's the right way to express it, but I realized for us, we did survive in the sense of we're here talking about it, and
Right.
we want other women and young men to realize that they don't have to go silent anymore. Also, speak up, talk,
Yes.
ask somebody. If she didn't go to somebody when she did, she probably would have still been in that situation. If I didn't do certain things, which I was quiet for a long time, I went through it a little bit longer. So um, I think our story is there to help a lot of people. But you know, when God puts something on you, we stopped writing. She stopped writing for 4 months, and then she had finished all 8 chapters. Well, I don't even know how many, 10 chapters. Um, and then it was about 3 months that she was waiting for me, and I could not write. And I said, Liv, I don't know what's wrong. We talked about the chapters, we talked about the titles. We wanted to make sure that this was God telling us what to do. Um, but they come, but then it comes with a lot of other baggage, you
Right.
know, that we had to deal with after
Come on now.
writing the book. And even though I kind of was prepared to a certain degree, I wasn't totally prepared.
Correct.
And us as sisters, I think that now that we've met you and the connection we've made, I could see me calling you and saying, Lyric, this person did this to me. Girl, where we going?
About to pull up. About to pull up on about
Right.
you, sis.
So I am overprotective
Mhm.
with my friends and my family.
Right.
And I would never want to put her in a situation where people would attack us.
Correct.
But you know, when you put a book out, you're thinking like, oh, they're gonna see all the positives as far as how we survive.
Right.
But there was a lot of negative,
Absolutely.
and we're overcoming it to the best of our ability.
Right.
Our attacks are different. I will let her say her attacks, but my attack is just, you know, people think what they think, feel what they feel,
Right.
and they don't really realize that no matter what you will say to us, no matter what you do, nothing's gonna stop us.
Absolutely.
You know.
And you know, people are so quick to victimize, right? The victim. You know, and how you explaining yourself when you aren't the one that did that,
Right.
right? So we're gonna talk about that right after we come back from these messages, because we ain't gonna have time to talk about it and go to messages.
Gotcha.
So listen, y'all, we coming right back. We gonna come back. Come back. Y'all know what's good.
Most definitely.
Come back.